Hey, family, thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. Give you all a chance to talk to me tonight about a subject that seems to make a lot of people uncomfortable. It certainly made a lot of people uncomfortable tonight on my page when I posted about sex, and which I do many times because I'm curious about everything. I'm certainly curious about sex. I'm not only to talk about how great I am at it. People talk about being gurus, and I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in having a dialogue so I can get different perspectives, man, and learn and grow. And I think that's what's important when it comes to sex is being curious about sex, always trying to grow in your experience about sex. What makes you great in my experience, in my opinion about sex is how well your partner feels, right? You're great at sex if your partner feels great during and after sex. So if you want to talk about what makes a person great at sex, ask that partner. How selfish, or should I say unselfish, are you when it comes to giving pleasure to your partner? And not just talking about having sex, but talking about, not having sex. To the young lady who sent me the letter tonight, that was really interesting how she broke down why she decided to be celibate for so many years. And that's another big topic. Whenever I post about celibacy, I get a lot of responses because there's a lot of people, not just because of the pandemic, they've been celibate before the pandemic, and probably going to be celibate afterwards. And I'm curious as to what causes a man or woman, a healthy man and woman who has a healthy sex drive, to decide they no longer want to have sex. What is it? What happened? I don't mean what happened in terms of something traumatic, because I'm not saying it takes a traumatic episode in order for you to decide to be celibate. What went on in your mind? What life experience did you have? Or where were you trying to grow? What area were you trying to grow in that you felt like not having sex would help you get there? Because if you talk to people who are celibate, they'll tell you that it's about trying to get to a different place, trying to get to a higher level of whatever that experience is they're trying to have. And what about couples when it comes to sex? The reality is a lot of couples aren't having sex. What happened? That's a very curious question. Obviously, I've been married before. I didn't have a huge drop off in sex, but there was some drop off. And many times when you're in a relationship and you get to know someone, it's new, you're hot. You know what I'm talking about. You're hot. The loving is hot and heavy, and then things kind of taper off, whether it's kids, financial distress, whatever. But for me, sex is it impacts all of us. Men are sexually driven, women are sexually driven, ladies. It's always seen as something that men want or something that men stress out over. Women want sex too, and I wonder how comfortable men are understanding that women are sexual, that all women aren't necessarily monogamous. Are you okay with bringing another man into the situation? Men always talk about their fantasy about bringing other women in. What about another man? What about even the fantasy of it? Some women can't even fantasize about the idea of having another man. So no, family, it's not about being an expert. I would love to talk to those of you all who have written books about sex. Those of you all who have decided to be celibate, I would love to talk to you. You can hit me up right now in a Zoom meeting if you want to talk to me. But all this started, I have to be honest with you, all this started tonight when a gentleman came into my chat room and made a comment about a picture that I posted. Now I'm gonna show you the picture. And this is what set everything off tonight. So this was a picture that I showed. Not that one, not that one. Let me show you the one that really got things going. This picture right here. And so when I showed this shot, the gentleman, said that was a little provocative. I thought it was like pornographic. Well, let me just say this to you. This to me was sent to me first of all, was sent to me by a friend of mine who I thought it was very artistic. Being an author, being a person who loves reading, to me, this had a different meaning. And I guess that's what it's all about, is how people interpret certain things, right? For me, I interpreted that as a person being, so deeply into reading that it was orgasmic, that, for me, reading is the reason why I'm here right now. Reading changed my life. So for a lot of people who love reading, they understood this image. This was sexy to them. And guess what? Even if they weren't into reading, it was fun. But it's amazing to me how people get bent out of shape over this stuff, man. It's so unnecessary. The reason is that we're all trying to have fun. It's all about having a good time. And I'm wondering, whenever we get to the topic of sex, why do people get all bent out of shape? You're doing it, or you want to do it, or you're thinking about doing it. So why is it that when we bring it up in a way that may make you uncomfortable, that the judgment starts? So I'm going to talk about sex. I have other interests other than news, other than social activism, other than just speaking about relationships in general. I'm a man, healthy, heterosexual man, just like a lot of other men out there, regardless of your sexuality. And sex is a part of all of us, man. It's how we express being sexual that makes us unique. And I think a lot of us devalue sex. We devalue. We want to pretend like sex doesn't matter. It matters. I can tell you what, stop having sex or be bad at sex, and I guarantee you start having some issues, which a lot of people do because they can't sit down and talk about it. Fellas, we got to talk about our insecurities around not feeling comfortable talking about sex, not feeling comfortable talking about whether or not the longevity is not there, whether or not the technique is not there. And regardless of how well you think you are at sex, the reality is, man, that every woman is different. We know this, right? So it's understanding and learning that woman. Again, I'm not coming to you guys as an expert, man, just trying to create a dialogue. Hit me up if you want to give me your perspective. Hit me up right now in the chat room and invite yourself in. I'll hit you up and bring you in. Make sure you got a good microphone. Make sure you got a good background. Something. Look, I don't want to see the kids running around in the background. That's why I did this late, so I could have an adult conversation with you guys. And that's what it's about, man. That's what I enjoy about producing this page every day. I hope you guys are enjoying it, man. It's 20 million strong every month, so I guess you all are in tune, but don't be turned off when I decide to go into another direction. It's not going to always be news and politics, baby. Sometimes we got to talk about what's going on. And right now with this COVID thing, with so many people locked down, with so many people not able to get to their partners, and even if they are, it's not on the type of routine that they're used to, it throws things off. Now, I know some of y'all say it enhances too. It gives you a chance to talk more and get more cerebral into your partner. I'm with that. But still, man, you still need to touch each other. You still need the bond with that sexuality, man, with that great sex. It matters. And so for those of you all who are asexual, maybe you're not into sex, that's another conversation to have, right? Why don't we really talk about sex when we meet each other? Why don't we talk about the health issues? Have you been tested? I mean, off the jump, that seems to be one of the most important things to talk about, because to me, good health is sex. It's great sex, because now I don't have to worry about what kind of situation I'm putting myself in or my partner in. So right there, I'm relaxed. I can go into it knowing that it could be all pleasure and no worry. And then what do you like and what don't you like? A lot of people think sex just happens and it grates. And sometimes you can be lucky and things just jump off and you have a great experience. But as you get older and as you get more experience in learning what really turns you on and what you like and what you don't like, why waste the time doing something that's not absolutely pleasurable at the highest level? If something is going down that's not exactly on the level that you like, why not communicate it? Why can't you talk during sex? Do you have to wait till the sex is over before you can give somebody an adjustment that could have made the sex great? You got to take time out to have sex, man. Some people is literally planning to have sex because they got jobs and kids and other responsibilities. So my attitude is, if you're going to do it, if you're going to take the time to do it, you may as well do it right and do it good. For those of y'all who are married, we're going to have this conversation again about sex. We're going to have a conversation about sex every month. I guarantee you. What happened that you all stopped having sex? You all can just comment in the comment box. What happened that couples stop having sex? I know it's financial. I know it's the kids, but sometimes, man, it's just boredom. It's boredom with the routine. There's nothing worse in a relationship than being bored and not having that desire for your partner, man. How do you go home every day? Maybe that's why we got traffic right now. People driving slow because they have no enthusiasm to get home. You need to fix that. That can be fixed. If the sex was great, the sex can be great again. I just don't know how people, who say they love each other, who are trying to build a life together, can't take the time out to find some way to fix that, to put some time into that. Whether it's fantasy, whether it's, doing some other things, whatever floats your boat. You shouldn't let other people influence how you all fix your relationship or how you enhance your relationship. One of the biggest mistakes I think that people make, and again, this is just my opinion. What do you think, right? Is that we let other people or the religion, guilt, whatever it is, prevent us from reaching the highest levels of satisfaction in our relationships. And I think that's a mistake. I think we too often listen to our friends about what they're doing and what they're not doing and comparing our sexual relationships to theirs, which we really don't know what's going on. Instead of sitting down with our partner and like, look, we're together, we're talking about staying together, we got a family, whatever the situation is. What can we do to take this to the next level or reignite this fire? Because everything else is working. The love is there, the companionship is there, the commitment is there, the financial obligation is there. Why can't we fix this? There's nothing worse, man. And I've had the experience, obviously, of losing sexual desire. Not often, I try to keep it hot, but it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare when you no longer, and fella, this is from the male's perspective. It's a nightmare when you no longer look at your woman going to the bathroom, right? When she get up or she walking away from you in any kind of situation, and that desire to knock the butt, you want that, right? You need to knock the, that passion can remain. There are couples out there that'll tell you right now, they are still just as hot for each other as they were the day they met. It's true. Many couples are that way. Why can't we fix it instead of starting all over again? I'm just saying. And for the men out there, let me say this to the fellas. I was prompted to do this show tonight by a gentleman who made a comment about, again, if you're just tuning in, I'll show you the image again. Oh man, I posted this image, and again, it was sent to me by a female follower, and I thought it was so sexy. I thought it said so much about how sexy reading is, how stimulating it is, right? Let me hit you guys up. Hit me up right now. Come in the chat room, man. Let's talk about it. I want to talk to you guys right now. I want to get into this conversation. So hit me up, family. It would be great to get you all's perspective on this. You don't have to turn your cameras on. You can just talk to me. Let me grab my microphone. I forgot I was going to talk to you guys tonight. Give me a second. I got to get it together now. You guys actually tuning in. I thought I was going to be by myself tonight. Hold on, family. Hold on. This is what I love about live Zooming. You all get to see all the mistakes too. But what the hell? Who cares, right? Hold on, family. Hold on. Got a lot of stuff going on. There we go. Mike Baisden. Oh, hey, Darlene, how you doing? Darlene going once.
Yeah, I'm
Darlene
doing fine.
Going twice. Turn your audio on, sweetie.
It's on.
A lot of times you all hit me up, y'all don't realize your audio's turned off.
It says it's
Darlene,
on.
try me again. Check your audio. I'm gonna have to let you go, sweetie. Try again. Try to hit me up again, and make sure your audio is on next time, okay?
Audio is on.
I really do want to talk to you. So, family, let me get back to this. So, I wrote a book many years ago called The Maintenance Man, and I wrote that book. That was back in '99 when I wrote the original, because I saw sex as being something that women also wanted. Sometimes women want sex without drama. Sometimes women want sex without commitment, without drama, and without the headache. And I know a lot of times we judge those women. We try to slut shame them, try to make women seem like they're somehow different. Man, women are no different than us. They still want to get their satisfaction in, and sometimes they want something a little strange. That's right, I said it. They do. And that woman should not be judged. That is where she is in her life. When a man does it, it's all good. You the man. When a woman does it, then all the judgment comes in. That's just not cool, man. It's not cool. Hit me up right now. You all can come into the Zoom room. You can see it right there on the information on the link. Come in and talk to me. Hey, Dennis, what's going on, man? How you doing? Dennis going once. Family, we're going to have to practice you all getting your microphones on when you come in. Hey, Dennis, you got to unmute yourself, brother. I'm looking at you. You're muted right now. Look at your Zoom in your lower left-hand corner and hit that unmute button. We're going to learn to do this together, because I'm going to be doing this more often. Have a lot of different shows I want to do. And just like radio, man, I want to have you all's engagement. So do me a favor, continue to hit me up on social media. Thank you all for tuning in every day. But we got to have an open conversation about everything. I'm deeper than just news and activism, man. I like to talk about everything. I have a curiosity about everything. And I certainly have a curiosity about sex. I love talking about sex. It's just a natural thing, you know. Hey, Dennis, you want to try this again, baby? Let me try one more time. And then I got to bounce out of here. Or is that Darlene? Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, you've got to fix your mute buttons. I can see you all are muted when you come in. So next time we do this, make sure you don't have to have your cameras on, because I know some of you all looking crazy right now. It's late at night, you may have the rollers in your head, but check this out. Hit me up when you get a chance. I'm going to do this again. It's multiple times a week. I want to talk to you about a multitude of issues. I want to talk to you about why men cheat. I want to talk to you about why women are not satisfied. I want to talk about sexuality. I want to talk about entrepreneurship. I want to talk about everything because I have a natural curiosity. And I know you all are naturally curious too. So let's get it on, family. Let's have a conversation. Call in and talk to me next time on Talk to Me on the Michael Baisden Show. Take care, family. Thank you all for tuning in. And thank you all for showing up every day on social media, man. I really appreciate you guys' engagement. It means a lot to me. See you guys later. And work on your Zoom skills. Talk to your friends or your kids about how to operate Zoom to make sure that your microphone's on. All right, family? Talk to you later.